Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, in this video, I'm going to be reacting to a few of the new trailers that came out today for the Summerfest thing, or it might be yesterday, depending on what your time zone is. But the first one I decided to react to is Remothered Broken Porcelain, and I actually finished the first game two months ago, I believe it was, in May. Was it May or April? It was somewhere around there, and I really enjoyed the game. I got scared shitless, but I managed to get through it. I was playing with a friend, and we finished it. And the game is amazing, and I really look forward to the sequel. I know we're going to be finding out what happened to Celeste, and Rosemary's back in there, so looking forward to that.
Rated
Here we
M for
go.
mature.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in.
There she is, Rosemary Reed.
Good evening, Mr. Ashman. Do you remember me?
Only between old friends.
Oh, well,
I'm Jennifer, by the way.
Jennifer. No, she's Celeste. Yeah.
Lindsay? But call me Lynn. At last.
Yeah, and there's gonna be like 3 people apparently chasing you in one level or something like that.
Where are you? Show yourself! What have you done to her?
Investigate with new powers. You get powers in this? You didn't get powers with Rosemary. Let's do whatever it takes to stay alive.
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Of course I will.
What? Oh no, not her again. The Red Nun. Was it the Red Mother? No, the Red Nun. What? She can use fire now? August 20. Oh, my birthday is on August 26th. Okay. So I know what I'm getting for my birthday. Alright, so I gotta say, this is what's confusing, okay? When I was playing the game, I was so confused, okay? Because it was like, okay, you have Jennifer, and you have Celeste, and the dad, Richard, who's actually Richard Dean, who was a woman whose father made have a sex change to be a man. He started calling his daughter Celeste Jennifer because that was his name. And then you can read through audio diaries how she's starting to lose her mind because that nurse lady wanted revenge against him and his family for what he did to the Red Nuns. Like, because the fentanyl 2.0, I believe, fentanyl 2.0 was affecting their minds, but that nurse ended up getting the ability to control moths and telekinesis. I remember Celeste was like, okay, I'm confused, and I need to head off to this place, and so I assume that this is a sequel. I'm pretty sure it is. But how can the Red Nun be here? That's what I don't get. Like, the only thing I can come up with, the conclusion here, I hope not, is that might be Rosemary Reed. Because if you take a look here, like, ugh, not that. That right there, that's one of the enemies that's trying to kill Celeste. So I assume maybe they brainwash her the way the nurse brainwashed Richard, and she ends up becoming the new nun. I hope that's not true, but it'd be pretty interesting if that's actually the plot. Alright, so let's take a look at the next game now. Wasteland III gameplay.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. I'm Brian Fargo.
Gameplay trailer.
I was the executive producer on the original Fallout and Wasteland series. And I'm here to tell you today that finally Wasteland 3 is coming, August 28th. for the Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4.
Alright, let's take a look at it.
Who would do this? Who would murder families and children? Let's find the monsters who did this.
Yeah, because I never played the first one, but I played the second one. I never did finish it because I was confused with what I had to do, but I did watch videos online of the first two games. I really did enjoy it, and you know, I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I'll play the game, but I wouldn't mind watching walkthroughs of people play it. Wasteland 3. The end has just begun. So that's the end of Wasteland 3. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Okay, and then we got... Alright, get rid of Remothered, Wasteland 3, Lost, Oasis, Volcanic Biome Gameplay. I just clicked on these titles because they were interesting, but I didn't play them. I just paused them. You know, so in case any of you are wondering, okay, have I seen these trailers? Am I pretending to react to them? I'm not. This is just like I selected goddamn ads. I selected trailers out of, you know, the titles and if the thumbnails interest me as well. And yeah. Alright, this is very, I wouldn't say very interesting, but it has got my interest piqued.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm a producer here at Donkey Crew working on Last Oasis, and today I would like to show you our new map.
That's a pretty cool
Last
vehicle.
Oasis is a nomadic survival MMO, combining innovative features that allow players to traverse the world on complex wooden machines, engage in epic battles both against the fauna and against each other, leave a mark on the player-driven economy, and do many more exciting things in this unique world. What we're showing here today is the next big addition to the game, a volcanic oasis. This upcoming type of a map consists of all new areas to explore, from cold and barren fields stretching all the way to the horizon to hardened volcanic rock formations that creates natural passages and scorching hot lava lakes, obliterating anything that gets near.
Oh, I'm playing
As you
this with
travel
some
through
friends.
these vast virgin terrains, you'll get a chance to discover efficient ways to mine obsidian and find rare loot in mysterious man-made stone ruins, and even hunt legendary killings, these giant winged lizards inhabiting mountains in hot climates. Harsh conditions of the volcanic lands make it very difficult for nomads to survive if they decide to settle on this hot soil. Greenery and sources of water are hard to come by, and hostile flying monsters don't make it any easier to explore because they're attracted to walker wings, making it essential for anyone who decides to venture towards these new territories to prepare in advance. Smart traders will likely take advantage of the resource scarcity to try to make some flots on desperate nomads missing some wood or water, while explorers will be risking their lives to gather rare resources that appear in high quantities in these dangerous conditions. We are working tirelessly to bring in more content and improvements for the game, so make sure to try Last Oasis out now on Steam. See you next time.
Oh, it's available on Steam? Okay. I'll have to check that out. Alright, next one we got is Blancos Block Party Gameplay. Damn it. Alright, go away.
Hello.
This This ad is based on...
Hello, my name's Jamie
Oh,
Jackson
well,
and I'm
close.
from Mythical Games, and today we're super excited to give you an in-depth look at our new games, Blancos Block Party. We're a new studio created by a bunch of veterans who helped create some of the world's biggest game franchises, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Skylanders, DJ Hero, Guitar Hero, and Minecraft Story Mode. Blancos Block Party is a game about vinyl toys coming to life, but it's actually more than just a game. It's a place for gamers and content creators and collectors to come together and to build and to own and to set the rules for the worlds that they want to play in. So here we can see one of our Blancos running around the Junction. The Junction in Blancos is a really cool place that is just the beginning of the Blancos world that is going to grow over time. You go there as a solo player, it's going to be full of other players doing their thing. It's going to be full of gigs and dares that our NPCs are going to set for you. As you do these things in the Junction, you're going to level up your Blancos, so you're going to be able to train them to do different things. So each Blanco that you own, not only do you own it, you get to train it and to be the type of Blanco you want it to be. So you could make it super fast and jumpy, you could make it super tough for some of the shooter games, you could make it super powerful for some of the race games. You're also going to be able to get these really cool rewards from the quests. Some of those things might be things that you can attach to your Blanco that just look cool. Some of them will actually enhance a lot of your abilities, but the Junction is just the beginning and it's going to grow and get bigger and bigger over time. Now what we're seeing is some of the UGC content. So everything here, people just built using the UGC editor. We wanted it to be super easy for players to build and create these levels. Key to it is everything can be done with a game controller. In Blancos Block Party, you're going to be getting new content seasonally. And what that means is we're going to be delivering you some really cool stuff that is only available for that season. So if you go and buy a Blanco in Season 1, that won't be available once you get to Season 2. So if you manage to snag one of the cool ones, you're going to be one of the few that gets to keep that for as long as you want to keep it. The same applies to any of the dares and the quests. Those are going to be locked to a season, and anything that you get from completing those things only is available in that season. Ownership is a key part of the experience. So our proprietary technology platform provides true ownership of what players buy and create through verifiable assets. It allows us to legitimize the type of grey markets that pop up around so many games, and it gives players the power to dictate the value of those assets. And the key thing is you as a player own it, and we're going to make it really easy for you to do what you want with that. Players can create the world that they want in Blancos. We've just provided really easy tools so that you can build whatever world you want to build.
I'm saying it again, but it really does look like Dreams.
The limit really is kind of your imagination. Blancos Block Party is coming to PC later this year, and we will be announcing more news around additional platforms and our beta soon. If you want to know more about it, head over to
beta?
additional platforms and our beta soon.
Yeah, not beta.
If you want to know more about
beta.
it, head over, reserve your account at blancos.com, and you can also follow us on Twitter at playblancos and Instagram at playblancos. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Alright, so I wouldn't mind playing that with some other people. Creating some games and some worlds. That'd be pretty interesting. Alright, next one is Main Assembly. I have no idea what this is.
Hello inventors, and welcome to Main Assembly, a game that gives you the freedom to create anything you can imagine.
Alright, this is another
sandboxes to explore.
type game.
Your creations will be pushed to the breaking point. Jam-packed with loads of challenges and parts to unlock, pushing your inventions to the limit. Revolutionary freeform crafting lets you construct anything with ease and precision. Once you have perfected your design, why not take it for a test flight? Happy with how your robot looks? With the visual programming interface, you can set up controls and use sensors to make logic for different types of automation and really put your creations to work. Or jump online with friends to compete and collaborate. Show your creations to the world and test out what others in the community have built in the workshop. Will your creation be the one that everyone is talking about? Main Assembly is out now in early access.
Okay, so I can
See
play
you there,
that.
inventors.
Yeah, it's like if a game like that, I'd rather make stuff with someone else, you know, than rather do it by myself. I wouldn't mind making a project with people. Alright, so that one's the end of that. What's the next one? The captain is dead.
Everybody loves playing board games now they're finally cool. But they're not so easy to play when you can't meet up with your friends or loved ones. Don't fret, my old chums. Here at Thunderbox HQ,
Okay,
we've been working tirelessly to create state-of-the-art AI, amazing computer graphics, a bitching synth soundtrack, and our laser-powered but totally harmless board game zapping digitizer. Also, we can bring you the retro sci-fi survival strategy we like to call The Captain is Dead. Let me just load it up for you.
Oh my god, there are aliens all over the ship. Come on, open up.
Yeah,
Wow, this looks kind of dangerous.
this wasn't what I was expecting, but I'm not going to judge a book by its cover, not till I play it.
Ready. Get your goddamn dirty tentacles off of my spaceship.
Biological components operating at 100%. Skill assimilated.
Reminds me of one of those old-fashioned video games.
Me too.
Taking charge. I haven't used one of these since 3086. I've still got it.
Those aliens picked the wrong ship to mess with.
The Captain is dead. Head on over right now to Steam right now to wishlist it up right now.
Nah. Maybe if I see some gameplay and some story, I'll have a look, but not right now. Okay, what's made of skier? Developer presentation.
These are not words I wish to write. I fear you may believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me. He wishes me to sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. Your love, always, Elizabeth.
Hello, my name is Ben Tester, and I'm head of marketing at Wells Interactive. Right now, we're finishing work on a new title, Made of Scare, and we're really excited to be able to share with you this new and exclusive gameplay footage. Made of Scare is a first-person survival horror game, which features a story inspired by Welsh folklore. It fuses psychological, gothic, and British horror. Set in 1898, Made of Scare is inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of Elizabeth Williams. It's a story of a family empire that's driven by torture, slavery, piracy, and a supernatural mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel. In this footage, we wanted to explore the 3D sound-based AI system that is the core survival mechanic. We want to show you what you can do to remain undetected, and if you're caught, what tools are available for you to survive.
Okay then.
The enemies at Scare Hotel are completely blind.
Okay.
By only what they can hear.
That's why I didn't see.
So any noise that you make from walking or running, bumping into environmental objects, or even breathing heavily will often result in death.
Uh-oh.
So you can avoid detection by creeping, avoiding the obstacles that make the noise, but if the enemies are close, then holding your breath is the only option. If you mistime this and run out of breath, then even your panting will get you killed. You are not completely defenseless. There'll be a sound-based weapon available with limited ammo that's hidden in and around the grounds of the hotel. You'll have to find health items, collectibles, puzzle pieces, map pieces, and story pickups, all items that you can find and add to your inventory. The game will feature 3 levels of difficulty. The scares remain the same throughout, but a change in AI behavior, enemy strength, limited manual saves, and reduced ammo and health items will put more of an emphasis on that classic survival horror experience. Made of Scare is coming to PC and console, with a digital and physical launch on PS4 and Xbox One this July. You can wishlist the game now on Steam, and pre-purchase will be available in the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Let's say that face there looks like on the mask. You know, in Watchmen, and you got that guy in the mask has the ink blots. It kind of reminds me of that. Alright, what do we got next? Waking trailer. Let's take a look at this. In a coma. You dream was bad. I thought it said your dream, my bad. Your only weapons are your imagination, are your treasured memories, and the people you love. Oh, this looks interesting. Alright, don't know what that thing was. Alright, June 18th, 2020. It's June 14th now. Is it? Yeah, it's June 14th. Alright. GTTOD, get to the orange door. I have no idea what that is.
We have arrived.
God damn it, this is gonna pop up in every video, aren't they? I don't know, like, if it's got a story to it, then I'll play it, but if it's just a shoot 'em, then it's not really my cup of tea, you know? Alright, what's the next one? Skater XL, yep. And in case you're wondering why I'm like, oh, what's the next one? It's because I opened up a bunch of them, but I didn't read all the titles. Like, I did read them, but, you know, they were in different orders, so... Skater XL gameplay, easy day high school level. Like, I do want to get the Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 reboot, because I never actually played 1 and 2, I played 3 and 4. Underground 1, 2, Apocalyptic Wasteland, or whatever it was, that one was called. And Skate, those are really the only skateboarding games I played.
Hi, my name is Dane. I'm the director at Easy Day Studios, and we're working on Skater XL. Today we're showing a first look at the Easy Day high school level. This is a new environment we've been working on for some time, and we're excited to show it off today. This level is based on something that's really key to skateboarding, which is the California school environment. This is something that's been in countless skate videos over the years, elementary schools, high schools, very common sort of area, type of terrain for skateboarding. One thing we learned in starting to build environments for Skater XL is that we have a very unique game mechanic, so we had to go back to the drawing board on how the levels were designed. The pieces of the level are combinations of elements that we've designed ourselves, but also we mix in countless real-world spots. There's probably about 25 real skate spots, some that are very recognizable to anyone in skateboarding, from real high schools, real elementary schools. We've got Wallenberg, we've got Clipper, we've got parts of Lockwood Elementary, just a lot of different places. Again, these are historic pieces. If you know skating, you probably know a bunch of these spots. And the interesting thing is, again, based on the game mechanic itself, we've actually massaged and tweaked each of these spots to be not just recognizable, but also really fun and work with the game mechanic as well. I'm flying out to unknown settings. Look at how we shine. This is the life. House on the heat. This is the life. The unique thing about Skater XL is it really starts with the controls. The joysticks, the analog sticks on the gamepad, map directly to the feet, so you have independent control of each of the foot, and everything is completely physics-based and generated in the moment. So what this leads to is, kind of a first for skateboarding games in general, is that, the gameplay is not driven by animations, it's driven by the physics. We didn't actually program tricks into the game, we just programmed movement, and with that movement you're able to do all kinds of tricks. So as you build up your skill, you're also building up your ability to articulate and perform those tricks in different
Ooh,
ways.
right in the
The
nuts.
element of style and execution comes into it, and that's really where the satisfaction, the fun of this game comes, that you're really directly in control. You know, just like real skateboarding, there's such a depth in the ways that you can use that board and how you can develop your skills. It becomes a very personal thing. And in the real world, that leads to all these other things that pop up around skateboarding, you know, the culture and the creative side and the community. And that's something very unique to skateboarding you don't see with other things. So, you know, our goal has really been to capture a lot of those elements and bring them into the game as well. The interesting thing is that it's been a decade since the last significant entrant into the skateboarding genre, and it hasn't been explored in recent times when we have all these different things available to connect the community, to put content out, different platforms. So we're seeing a really interesting explosion of content, our creative community, and modders and all these different things happening around the core of the game. So it's really exciting to see where this could lead in the future. Skater XL is coming out onto all major platforms July 28th, and that includes Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Because one of my favorite Tony Hawk's games, like even though this isn't a Tony Hawk game, but the skating game I like was Tony Hawk's Underground 1, 2, and Apocalyptic Wasteland, or whatever it was called. The reason I did was because they had a story to them, and I really enjoyed the story. Because I'm a sucker for a good narrative. So, anyways, next one is Neon Abyss.
Rated T for teen.
Want to play a game. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this will be for me. If it's got a good story, then yeah, I'll play it, but if it's just a simple shooter, then no. Let's go fishing and meditating, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Neon Abyss. Out on July 14th. Oh, today is July 14th, but it must be a different time zone. Like a different July 14th. Alright. Liberated trailer, what's this? Damn ads. I have no idea what this is.
I fix computers. My clients pay cash. It's none of your goddamn business what I do with it. Wait, don't tell me you're with them. Evil corporation, this tech enslavement, that. What's next? Chemtrails? Now it's our time to be heard. Join the revolution. Mother. Where the hell did they drop me?
Maybe. I don't get it. I'm not sure, but you know, if it's got a good story, then yeah, I'll definitely get it. Alright, what's the next one? Chris Tales trailer. I'll make the PlayStation 5
Chris
and
Tales is
Xbox
our
Series.
indie love letter to classic JRPGs. So far, we've shown a small portion of the game's overall content, and the ways that you'll be able to learn from the past, act in the present, and rewrite the future, all in real time on one screen. This unique presentation lets you see the impact of your choices instantly, and to get really creative in combat by combining skills and playing with time. Speaking of combat, we just updated our demo on Steam to include Wilhelm, the Child Mage, in a mini Colosseum mode that features a number of new, challenging battles. We're really excited to be bringing Quest Tales both to next-gen consoles and all current consoles later this year.
November 17th. Well, you know, I'd have to see if the story's good in that, because that does sound interesting. Time travel, and see how your choices from the past can immediately affect the future. Okay, hot shots racing trailer. Drift. Draft. Boost. And rubber or boom. Or make the perfect getaway. I might get this. Retro racing, if like that's a game I'd rather play with someone else than myself, you know what I mean? Morbid for 7 acolytes.
Cuts the flesh, the mind will fall. Slay the 7, save us all. Fulfill what others failed to do. Mornia depends on you.
Like I said it before, I'll say it again, graphics do not matter to me as long as there's a good narrative. So if this has a good narrative, I'll play the game. I'm not saying the graphics are shit, but you know, like, I prefer a good narrative over graphics. So if this had great narratives but a great graphics with a bad narrative, I wouldn't play it. Because I don't mind playing these types of games, you know? They're enjoyable, they're fun. Morbid with 7 acolytes.
The 7 acolytes.
And the 7 acolytes, the 7 deadly sins.
Magritheus bless
Is that what it was meant to be? Alright. Signee exclusive gameplay. Let's take a look at this one. Oh god. Alright, this looks interesting. Is that Signee then? Okay, the trailer's completely different from the graphics I just saw. But yeah, if it has a good story, I'll play it. It's a lot of enemies. Kind of looks like a ladybug or a bloatfly. You know the ones from New Vegas? At least in my opinion, it does. Oh no, it's charging the super beam. Yeah, how do I know it was a super beam? Oh, it's recharging it again. And it's gone. Wish list now. Alright, next one is Sherlock Chapter 1, developer presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Sergey Ganesian and I'm the
I
producer.
assume this is a sequel to the previous Sherlock Holmes game, The Devil's Daughter, but I'm not
Hi
sure
everyone,
which.
my name is Sergey Ganesian and I'm the producer and community manager at Frogwares. We are an 80 people strong independent studio from Kyiv, Ukraine. You may know us for our detective games such as the Sherlock Holmes adventures as well as the recent The Sinking City. We are working on our new game, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's a story-driven investigation thriller in which you play as the young 21-year-old Sherlock before he becomes the legend that we all know. For John Watson and Jim Moriarty, Sherlock was a brilliant but rebellious aspiring detective trying to prove himself. The game takes place in the late 19th century on a small Mediterranean island where, according to our story, Sherlock grew up before moving to England and to where he comes back, now as an outsider, to investigate the mysterious death of his mother, the death that scarred his childhood. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is an open-world detective game with minimum hand-holding. In this game we are introducing the concept of global investigation gameplay that is heavily based on the feedback that we received from the players on our previous games. We build it on bringing in numerous detective features and mechanics that not only synergize with one another but also allow you to interact with the world around you. For example, you can now decide to involve random people on the streets in your investigation, ask them for directions, or question those citizens who you think match your suspect profile.
Oh, okay, that's
And
cool.
if you doubt they would even talk to some foreigner like you can for instance find the right disguise, say police uniform to loosen their tone. It's up to you to discover that synergy and use it at the right time, because as I mentioned, there is minimum hand-holding in the game.
Yeah, that's what I
Of course,
hated
making
about
the
the
right
other
deductions
ones.
and tracking down criminals is another exciting part of a detective's job. We are aiming to give the player the chance to miss a piece of evidence, pursue their own lead, and eventually let a killer walk free. Those who played our Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments will know what I'm talking about. We are bringing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 to PC and consoles sometime in 2021. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of the show. There are some fantastic games here that we cannot wait to play ourselves.
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't like about the other Sherlock Holmes game, The Devil's Daughter. I hated it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing or who was guilty, so I found myself looking online at walkthroughs to figure out what to do because I'm an idiot. So anyways, next one's Call of the Sea. I've seen this before, but this is a new trailer for it, so...
Oh, Harry.
Yeah, I assume this is a new one.
What have you done?
Hello,
Yes,
I'm Tatiana
it's definitely
Delgado
a new
from
one.
Auto de Blue Games, working on Call of the Sea. You might have seen our reveal trailer during the recent Xbox Series X event, but we wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through it and tell you a bit more about the game.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s that takes place in the far reaches of the South Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in search of her husband's missing expedition. At Out of the Blue, we love telling stories and designing puzzles. That is why we wanted to create a game that had a strong presence of both. And also, we always approach our games with the player's emotions in mind. That being said, although Call of the Sea is a puzzle game, I would say that it is the narrative that drives the game.
Alright, then I'll definitely get it. Love a good
Puzzles serve
narrative.
the narrative and make the story advance as a reward when solving them. Some of the puzzles we have to do with the expedition itself, using the real-world technology of the era. In others, you will try to decipher what the ancient runes were for. And going back to the story, we have the good fortune of having actress Cissy Jones as the voice of Nora.
I have no idea who that
adore
is.
her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a
Oh,
strong
Firewatch,
presence
was
with
she the
only her voice.
radio person that
It
you
is a
can
tale of
talk to?
self-discovery, an exploration not only of the island, but of the character's inner self.
Because I really love Firewatch.
Although our game was inspired to an extent by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, this is not a horror game, but an adventure game. We hope to give you a vivid mystery and at the same time an emotional journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to revealing more of Call of the Sea in the coming months.
I look forward to seeing it in the coming months. Alright, so now that's over, we got how many left? 4, 5, 6. Got 10 more to look at. So what's quantum error? Should probably get done when this video hits around an hour. Goddamn ads. Digital does not represent the final game. Summer 2020. So I take it this is a horror game. A horror sci-fi game, I'm guessing? Quantum error. Is there any more after this? No, that's the end of that one. So let's take a look at the next one. Dustborne announcement. What is Dustborne? Right. Alright. This has definitely got my interest. There is no hope. So, what was it? Road Trip Baby. But ghosts are coming back. There is no hope. Except for us. Somewhere in America. Okay. Kind of getting like a Borderlands 1 and 2 vibe here, you know, where you see those the 4 characters in the bus. I never saw 3, so I don't know if there is another bus involved with characters, but that's what this reminds me of. Okay, robot driver. Uh-oh. A game about hope, friendship, love, road trips, music, family, robots, ghosts, signals, justice, relationships, anomalies, echoes, betrayal, civil war, maps, loneliness, climate change, migration, America, heartbreak, diversion, religion, and redemption, I think the last one said. Ooh, okay then. That does interest me. The next one is about the game itself, so let's take a look at this.
Hey, my
Start
name
from
is
the
Ragnar.
beginning. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, my name is Ragnar Tornquist. I'm creative director at Red Thread Games, and we're working on a game called Dustborne.
I know, what's it about? Son of a bitch.
Dustborne is a story-driven action-adventure about a band of misfits and outcasts on a road
Okay,
trip
so you can
across
make
America.
choices. Cool.
It's a game about hope, friendship, love, robots, and the power of words. So in this footage, you're watching our main character Pax explore a small commune in the Pacific Northwest. She's come here with her crew to recruit her sister, but it turns out her sister's not interested in joining the crew. So your job is to convince her and deal with the consequences of what happens next. Dustborne's coming to PC and next generation consoles in 2021.
I look forward to playing it. That was very interesting. I liked how you had the dialogue choices. I like the art style. So let's look at this next one, Ghostrunner.
Relax. Embrace the software.
That doesn't freaky at all. I love a good parkour game.
Speed and mobility are your greatest assets in battle.
Available in 2020 on PS4 and Xbox One. Anything else? I don't know what that was, but I guess that's it. Yeah. Alright, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest teaser trailer. Didn't I don't think I saw this one. Or maybe I did, but it was a different trailer. Is that the one with the wolves? And yeah, that guy had the eyes. Alright, that must have been a different. That must have been the other game then. I mean, this must have been the same game as that, but a different trailer. Alright, Rogue Companion. What's this?
You guys ready? It's time to get paid!
Don't worry, Demo was born ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Lucier, aka Scott Gandhi, and I'm the lead designer at First Watch Games.
God damn it, Call of Duty. Whoops, sorry about that.
Currently, we're finishing work on Rogue Company, and we're really excited to be able to share this update with you today. Rogue Company is a third-person shooter that features a unique blend between action-paced gameplay and objective-based game modes. In Rogue Company, you play as a rogue, which are a group of elite mercenaries that operate outside of the wall, and they drop in exotic locations all over the world. Rogue Company is going to be free to play, and it'll feature cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms.
Oh, that's cool.
Since day one of our cornerstones was making sure that you were able to play the game you want, on the platform you want, with the friends that you want. At the end of the day, Rogue Company can be summarized in one word: inclusive. Today we are in the late stages of Rogue Company development, which means we're testing cross-play and cross-progression features, polishing weapons, rogues, and maps. The majority of my time is spent refining the core combat experience in Rogue Company while also making sure that our maps and modes are providing exciting and unique gameplay. I do want to say, it's pretty amazing to play Rogue Company on a handheld device like the Switch. Being able to play Rogue Company at 60 FPS as I sit on the couch and my wife is watching another episode of Love Island is a dream come true.
Okay then. I take it his wife is hogging the
Rogue Company
TV.
is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch later this summer. We can't wait for you to play our labor of love. To sign up for the alpha, head on over to roguecompany.com. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Alright, so that's the end of that one. We're getting close to the end of this video. We just got 4 more videos left.
Not one step further.
What Disintegration? What is this?
5 integrated outlaws.
Sir, have you got weapons and shelter in there? Maybe you could give us a chance to rest.
We may have more of interest to you than guns.
Hi there, my name's
Oh yeah, I
Mark
think I saw his
Slater.
trailer
I'm the
before. I don't know if I did a
president
reaction
and
video on it.
creative director at V1 Interactive,
But I have seen this,
and we are currently
the other
working
trailer,
on
the
our
original
brand
one.
new debut game called Disintegration. and we are super excited to finally be getting ready for it to launch soon.
Wow, look at you. Yeah, I guess you took the hard road.
With Disintegration, we set out to build something truly unique. It blends some great parts of a first-person shooter with a real-time tactical elements in a way that's never been done before, and in a way that required us to invent all new gameplay mechanics in order for it to work.
Core B dropped.
The story of Disintegration is something that's set about 150 years from now in the future, where humanity's really struggling to survive. And one means of survival is taking the human brain and actually implanting it within an armored shell and attaching that to a robotic armature, allowing them to survive through this period of time.
Oh, okay, I thought they
Once
were
in these robotic
just metal
armatures,
suits.
Humans now find themselves in a world where they are super strong, they're super durable, and some of them don't want to return back to humanity again. And so a new army is developed called the Rayon. In this world, we play some of those early integrated who are fighting back and who don't want to follow along with the Rayon.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
In Disintegration's multiplayer, we allow the players to team up 5v5 against one another, each with their own crew in this incredible battle against one another. Each one of those matches takes place in a different type of game mode, so there's a great variety of things to hop into.
Victory!
In order for the player to really have success playing Disintegration, they need to consider both parts of the equation. On one hand is your grab cycle and your weapons and abilities that you use fluidly in combat. That's just one part of the equation, though. On the other hand is your ground squad, each with their unique abilities that you can fire off tactically in gameplay. It's important that the player understands that both of these things work in tandem together and that they are part of a whole. They are the crew. And for you to kind of consider both parts is critical for your success. So Disintegration is finally going to be released on June 16th on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and Steam. Well, for the PC. We're excited to be on all three platforms simultaneously, and we are eagerly waiting for the community to hop in and start playing with us.
I'm sorry. Were you two having a moment? I can leave y'all be.
What? The grav cycle? I'm a pilot.
Uh-huh.
It's called a pre-flight inspection.
No judgments here, huh?
Okay then. Reboot Humanity. June 16th. And today is June. Alright, so we've got 3 more trailers left. Alright. Paradise Lost gameplay. What is this?
Hi everyone, my name is Bogdan Graczyk, the game director of the upcoming narrative-driven adventure game Paradise
Love a good
Lost.
narrative-driven adventure game.
I'm super excited to walk you through the alternative history that serves as the setting for our story.
Please do.
In Paradise Lost, the Second World War doesn't end in 1945.
When does it end?
In the spring of 1960, the Nazi regime is on its knees and Soviet troops are closing in. Without warning, the Nazis unleash the full might of their nuclear arsenal on their homeland and Eastern Europe, stopping the Soviet offensive in its tracks and turning Europe into an uninhabitable nuclear wasteland. To the rest of the world, this seems like a final act of desperation by one of the cruelest regimes in human history. Yet, few know of the secrets that have been hidden deep underground. The ARC project is among the most secretive endeavors of the Third Reich. Its goal has been to construct a network of hidden, self-sustainable, heavily fortified underground bunkers meant to shelter an Aryan master race society until it can emerge and rule the post-nuclear landscape. But not everything goes according to plan. For reasons unknown, one of the bunkers, located just outside Kraków, Poland, goes dark.
Uh-oh.
As you discover the past, you can shape the present. It's been 20 years since the explosion that set our story in motion. You play as Szymon, a 12-year-old Polish boy driven by personal tragedy
12-year-old, okay.
to seek out the bunker on the edge of Kraków. At first, the place seems completely desolate. What brought Szymon to the bunker? What answers is he seeking? You'll have to uncover the truth yourself.
I'm guessing there are people there then. Oh, that was him walking towards the camera. Paradise
So,
Lost.
do you dare discover the last story on Earth?
I dare. I might get that actually. Alright, we got 2 more. Operation Tango, what's this?
Whether you choose agent, you choose.
Sorry about that.
Whether you choose agent,
or choose hacker.
it takes 2 to complete the mission.
Alright, this looks interesting. I think I might get it.
2 to stay alive.
So it's like a multiplayer game.
Operation Tango. It takes 2 to save the world.
Coming 2021. Alright, so we've got the last one here. Cana Bridge of Spirits. Now I saw this trailer before, but this one is just for developer presentation, so it's different. So I saw this before, but not the presentation.
Sorry, Nolan, the name isn't Kingdom of the Gusty Willows. It's actually called Cana Bridge of Spirits. Hi, I'm Mike Greer. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Ember Lab.
And I'm Josh Greer, Mike's brother. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the studio. You may have seen our game Cana Bridge of Spirits at the Sony PlayStation 5 event. And today we're really excited to share a little bit more about the project with you.
So, what's this game all about?
Well, Cana Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat with exploration and a really fun, charming companion mechanic where players are going around collecting forest creatures that we call the Rot.
So you play as Cana. She's a spirit guide who has traveled to this forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits. And it becomes clear that there are larger forces at play that have sort of corrupted the environment and stopped things from moving on. Well, the main focus of the game actually revolves around helping these trapped spirits. So each kind of level or world that you enter is all focused and kind of themed around the corrupt spirit that's lingering.
And to really help these spirits, you ultimately have to get to know what happened to them in their past life. And to do so, you're looking for clues in the environment, facing combat challenges, solving puzzles. But ultimately, it all relies on building and growing your team.
Yeah, the Rot are key to sort of every aspect of gameplay. They can be used in combat, to augment abilities, they can be used to manipulate the environment, to carry things around for you. The more Rot you have, the stronger you're going to be as a player, and the more abilities you get to unlock. The trailer does a lot of things, cool. But one thing we wanted to do was make sure we established the tone and sort of darker elements that are in the game. And people see the Rot and the cute characters, and they immediately fall in love with them, which is great. But the opening cinematic with the meditation and kind of Cana battling these spirits, we wanted to use to kind of set that darker tone and establish these, the player is going to be, exposed to some darker themes in the storytelling.
We're targeting a holiday 2020 release, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and the Epic Game Store. We're really excited for everyone to get their hands on the game, and in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
Alright, so that's the end of all the trailers I wanted to see for this video that I found interesting. I hope you all enjoyed these trailers. Let me know in the comments which ones you liked and what games you're looking forward to. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.